Mr. Quiboloy, his lawyers here and representatives know that the wheels of justice will start only upon his submission to the jurisdiction of the court, to which his 5 other companions had already done last March 2024 by posting bail on the cases that were filed against them, and corresponding warrants were issued.
Iba pa ito sa yung sinasabi niyo na at large sa 5?
Yes, sir.
Iba pa yung
No, sir. There were 6 of them.
Oh.
5 of them, there were 6 of them, and all of them were charged in Davao and in Pasig. In March 2024, a Davao court issued warrants of arrest for 6 of them. 5 of them posted bail, except for Mr. Quiboloy. Until now, his warrant on Davao is still standing. And all of them are also charged in Pasig.
The same 6.
Same 6 are charged in Pasig. And none of them posted bail because there's no bail recommended for the 6 of them. We have captured one, Pauline Canada, and she is still in the custody of the CIDG. So as I'm saying, Your Honor, the wheels of justice can only start if he submits to the jurisdiction of the court, because everything that we discuss here, saying that whether he is innocent or guilty, are of no moment, because we are not the court that will trace out all those issues. So I would really suggest, Your Honor, that Mr. Quiboloy submit himself to the jurisdiction of the court, because sooner or later the long arm of the law will catch up with him, just like what happened to Pauline Canada. She did not surrender. We hunted her down, looked for her, and we arrested her and brought her to the judge who ordered her arrest. And until now, she is still in our custody, in CIDG in particular. So I would suggest that Mr. Quiboloy, to end all of this and spare all his followers and believers of all these things, of this they perceived harassment, which are actually not harassment, but are just part and parcel of the implementation of the warrant of arrest against him. So I would suggest, Mr. Chair, if it's possible to call for Mr. Quiboloy to surrender to the jurisdiction of the court, of Pasig Regional Trial Court, because until then, he is just a fugitive of the law, fleeing, hiding behind his members and followers, and whom we in Region 11 will continue to pursue and look for him, to arrest him, and bring him to the jurisdiction of the court, whether he like it or not. We don't like this, but this is ordered by the court, and it is our duty, Mr. Chair. Thank you very much, sir.
Sir, quick
Thank you.
repartation.
Thank you, General Torre. Yes, go ahead.
I would just like to comment, Your Honor, concerning these opinions of 2 generals already, which I think need to be properly corrected, Your Honor. If a person has a warrant of arrest, Your Honor, the subject of the warrant of arrest has 2 options. Either he submits himself to the jurisdiction of the court, or he questions the finding of probable cause, Your Honor, which Senator Lacson did, okay? And if the DOJ would not side with him, he can go on certiorari to the Court of Appeals without ever surrendering. Santiago case would prove that. So a person, even if he has a warrant of arrest, can choose to exhaust all of his remedies, Your Honor, such as but not limited to questioning the finding of probable cause. So I do hope General Torre would disabuse his mind that the only option of a person who has a warrant of arrest is to surrender, Your Honor, because he has a right, Your Honor, to insist that there is no probable cause, especially in this case, that the cases were dismissed already by the city prosecution's office, Your Honor, a long time ago. And the complainant in this case filed a petition for review 4 years ago, Your Honor, and this was not acted upon by the Department of Justice, and this was only acted upon when it became fashionable to attack Pastor Apollo Quiboloy. when there was already a Senate investigation being instigated by Senator Hontiveros. All of a sudden, voila, there is already a resolution on the petition for review. We did not file it, it was the complainant. We filed a motion for reconsideration, Your Honor, a long time ago. Until now, there is no resolution as to it. And then a few days thereafter, that there was a resolution, we have a warrant of arrest. So as a lawyer, Your Honor, I filed motions, Your Honor, so that the warrant of arrest as well as the information can be invalidated by the court. That is a remedy provided for by the rules of court. So therefore, General Torre cannot dictate upon Pastor Apollo C. Quiboloy as to what to do. Several instances in the past, such as perhaps former Senator Honasan, I do hope he will forgive me. Ocampo, Satoru Ocampo also did that in the past, Your Honor, by questioning the finding of probable cause. If these were available to those persons, why not to Pastor Apollo C. Quiboloy? They are always describing my client as a fugitive. What is your legal basis? The last basis, Your Honor, is Republic Act 11983, passed only on March 11 of 2024. What is the definition, legal definition of a fugitive under the present dispensation, Your Honor? According to Section 3G, those who flee under the following circumstances after conviction by a Philippine court to avoid prosecution. That is our prevailing law. So therefore, for the police authorities to always say that my client is a fugitive, excuse me, under what legal basis? Even if you use, Your Honor, U.S. court decision and even Black's law definition, Your Honor, it provides a fugitive from justice is a person who, having committed a crime, flees from the jurisdiction of the court where the crime was committed or departs from his usual place of abode and conceal himself within the district. That is Black's law definition. If we will use likewise Supreme Court decision, Rodriguez versus Comelec, Labao versus Comelec, it includes those who after conviction flees to avoid punishment, but also those who after being accused flee to avoid prosecution. So we are still questioning the after being accused. So for the PNP to always claim that my client is a fugitive, under what legal basis? Can you please cite to us? Just because he has a warrant of arrest? And can you rightfully say that he has knowledge of that warrant of arrest? Did you present evidence? In Labao versus Comelec, Your Honor, the Supreme Court, he was a candidate for mayor. There was even a warrant of arrest. And they even tried to arrest him in a church, Your Honor. Yet the Supreme Court did not consider him as a fugitive from justice. What would be the basis of the PNP? Require Pastor Apollo Quiboloy to surrender? And require us to surrender him? What right do I have to require my client? I'm just a lawyer, Your Honor, a glorified agent of my client. I cannot tell my client to surrender. That is not within my power. If I do that, I might be disbarred, Your Honor. So I do hope and pray that the PNP should likewise perhaps do more research in accusing certain persons as a fugitive or that require the lawyer to surrender him or his members. We do not have that power. An accused has the right to also insist to avail all of his remedies provided for under the rules of court. And Pastor Apollo C. Quiboloy is precisely doing that.
Thank you. We get your point loud and clear, Attorney. But I think you will still agree with me when I say that as long as a person is covered with a live warrant of arrest, hindi mo rin siguro mabiblame ang police kung talagang
Yes, Your Honor. We agree with that.
Trabaho talaga ng police yan.
No quarrel with that, Your Honor. No quarrel with that.
Ako, I've been a policeman. Magka-problema ako kung hindi ko implement yung warrant of arrest na yan. So sana, along that line din, tingnan rin nyo yung police na trabaho nila yan. As long as they're doing their job properly, regularly, legally, sana intindihin rin natin.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yun lang sa akin, I want to be neutral here on both sides. Mahal ko kayo, mga kababayan ko kayo from Davao City. Itong police rin, alam ko rin yung sitwasyon nila pagdating sa ganyan trabaho. Dumaan ako dyan Yung hirap na hirap ka, you are under orders, merong warrant talaga, isi-serve mo, kahit kaibigan mo, wala kang magawa. Kahit kapatid mo yan, Kahit tatay mo yan, kung may warrant, you have to serve that talaga. But yung point mo about fugitive, I agree with you. Alam ko, you've got the points. Alam kong tama yung sinabi mo.
Yes, Your Honor. Wala kaming away po na may warrant si Pastor. We are contesting that. But when the police would try to implement the same, they should follow Rule 113, Section 11.
Correct. They should. Yeah, wala, no question about that.
Yes,
Gawin talaga nila properly according to the law.
Yes, Your Honor. Yun lang po ang sa amin, na yung rules of procedure, rules of engagement should be strictly followed sana. Yun lang po ang hiling po namin, na hindi naman po ginagawa.
Okay. Thank you, Atty. Any more from your side? May sasabihin. Go ahead, ma'am.
Mr. Chair, si Pauline Canada nakuha nila after naglabas ng bounty si LG Abalos. At ang nakapatong sa ulo ni Pastor is 10 million. Higit pa sa mga heinous crime na yung mga kriminal dito sa bansa. Yung mga nag-murder ng ilang tao, tag 1.3 million ang nasa ulo, pero kay Pastor 10 million. At sinabi pa ni DILG Secretary na yung funds galing sa mga private nila na kaibigan. So, on the part of KOJC, hindi nga nila nakuha si Pastor, hindi nga sinasabi nga, surrender si Pastor, naglabas ng bounty. Tapos galing sa mga private citizen, private na mga tao, mga businessman, hindi namin alam kung may mga galit din ba sila kay Pastor. Kasi kapag naglagay ka na ng bounty na 10 million, higit pa sa pinakamasamang kriminal dito sa Pilipinas, that is tantamount already to shoot to kill. Kasi may bounty na sa ulo. Tapos yung lahat ng mga akusado na kasama ni Pastor, tigwa 1 million. Pwede bang malaman namin, maimbestigahan din ito, kung sino-sino itong mga tao at tama ba yon? Nasa batas ba yon? Na yung public servant to public office, kagaya ni DILG Secretary Abalos, ay tatanggap ng pera na ganun ang halaga, na 10 million para ipatong, para hanapin si Pastor. Kunyari daw kasi gusto rin nila na mahuli si Pastor. So, sino-sino itong mga private person? Pwede ba malaman din ng KOJC side? At saka isa pa, hindi lang natapos doon sa magpatong sila ng bounty na 10 million na si Pastor na ang pinakamasamang kriminal dito sa Pilipinas. Nag-post pa sila ng mga wanted na posters, mga tarpaulin sa city. Utos daw yon ni General Torre. Kasi nga, ilagay yung mga mukha nila. Pero bakit yung mga nakakumit ng mga heinous crime, mga terorista, nakatakip at nakablur yung mga mukha? Bakit yung mga KOJC na mga, si Pastor, KOJC administrators, hindi? Di ba human rights violation yon? Tapos, eto pa, si General Torre, andito naman nakikinig, sir siya ang nag-utos na maglagay ng wanted sa tapat ng aming compound. Harap mismo ng KJC compound. Kasi nandun kami nakabantay. Di ba blatant abuse yan ng religious feelings namin? Biro mo si Pastor, lagyan nila ng wanted sa tapat namin, doon ipapaskil. Pagkatapos, nagsinungaling pa siya. Kasi nung nahuli nila sa Pauline Canada, tinawagan namin sa Atty.TORREON, nandito naman si attorney, siguro siya rin na makapagkwento, para malantad na lang lahat. Sinabi niya, wala siya doon at wala si Pauline. Hindi nila nahuli. Si Pauline Canada, wala sa kanila. Buti na lang, merong nakakuha ng video. Kaya sinad namin kay attorney, hindi attorney nakuha nila kasi may video tayo. Pero, lantaran sinabi ni General Torre na wala si Pauline Canada doon sa kanilang kustodiya. Sinabi, I would like to ask Atty.TORREON na mailabas yun, attorney, yung nangyari doon. Kay Pauline Canada, yung sinasabi lang nahuli, na fugitive ko na hindi. Nasa bahay si Pauline that time. Pero after noon, na naglagay na ng patong na 10 million pesos kay Pastor at 1 million sa bawat isa sa kanila.
Well, as to that, Your Honor, when I heard about the news that Pauline Canada was already arrested, the first action that I did was to text the good General Torre, Your Honor, in his number, which he used in also contacting me, Your Honor, 0917-549-3972. He used...
You need that
Yes, Your Honor. Okay.
cite the cellphone number.
Yes, Your Honor. This was the same number that he used when he texted me on June 24 at 3:53 p.m. His text message is still here, Your Honor. I would not read what is inside in the particular text message. But on July 11, on the date that Ma'am Pauline Canada was arrested, I texted him at 2:50 p.m., Your Honor, 2 text messages inquiring as to where can I visit Ma'am Pauline Canada. I likewise called him twice, but there was no answer. And then at 4:25 p.m., I texted him. Meron kasi video na dadakip talaga siya na napasa sa amin, so kaya nagtanong ako paano ako makausap siya. And then there was likewise no reply. What I did was I went to the PNP regional office myself, Your Honor, and I was entertained by a lady staff who claimed that she is the secretary, policewoman, Your Honor, of General Torre. I was made to wait in the waiting area on the left side. On the left side. And according to the policewoman, Your Honor, that General Torre was not there and that they do not have any knowledge in so far as Pauline Canada is concerned. Hindi daw nila alam. So, sabi ko may video kasi na napakita. Hindi rin daw niya alam. So, nagpa-picture na lang ako doon sa harap ng kanilang office po to prove that I was there. And then I had one of my associates write a letter po, Your Honor, and had it officially received by PNP RO11 po at around 6 o'clock in the evening already or 5 in the evening, Your Honor. And it was received, Your Honor. And still at that time, there was no news as to where Pauline Canada was until I decided, Your Honor, to request SMNI to have an interview, Your Honor, so that it will be known that we already have knowledge and that we are looking for Pauline Canada as to her whereabouts. And it was beamed live on TV. And at that time, according to Ma'am Pauline Canada, when I was able to talk to her the next day in Camp Crame, she was already in Manila. And at that time, when I was in the regional police office, she was only a few meters away from the main office of General Torre, being interrogated, Your Honor, without legal counsel by certain police personnel, including General Torre. That is the statement of Pauline Canada. And when they arrived already in Manila, the first thing that they did, Your Honor, when they were in the vehicle, was to turn on the radio, Your Honor, and they heard me talking on TV, Your Honor, that we are calling on the police to please inform us as to where Pauline Canada, because we have videos to show that she was in fact arrested, and I invoke the right of a client, Your Honor, to be entitled to a assistance of a legal counsel at all times. That's the requirement of the law, at all times. So, at that time, ang sabi daw ni General Torre sa kanya, kinidnap pa kita? Hindi kita kinidnap ha? Yun daw ang sabi po ni General Torre. At saka dumating sila doon sa Camp Crame, hindi namin alam until the next day na po nung nag-press conference sila with Secretary Abalos. Yun po ang aking recollection of the events, Your Honor. We have no question that Pauline Canada should be arrested. Well, there is a pending warrant of arrest. Even if we have a pending motion to quash warrant of arrest that has not yet been favorably acted upon in our favor. What we are invoking is the provisions, mandatory provisions under Republic Act 7438, if my memory serves me right. It mandates, the first thing under Section 2A there, Your Honor, if my memory serves me right, is that the accused or a detained person shall at all times be assisted by a legal counsel. So that is a right, statutory right protected by law, and therefore when Pauline Canada insisted, she even told the arresting officer, pwede ko ba makontak si Atty.TORREON? She was not given that privilege, Your Honor. So therefore, there was that violation of her statutory right from the time that she was arrested up to the time that she was transported to Camp Crame here in Manila, Your Honor.
Thank you, Atty.TORREON. Wala na sa side niyo? You want to respond, General Torres?
Sir,
Torre?
as to the, just specific, sir, as to the statement of Attorney Torion that he called my number, unfortunately, I may not be able to answer his or receive anything from him because 3 days after I arrived here as a regional director, I reached out to him through a common friend. And we were texting, yes, we were texting. His number is 0920-922-0105. And I blocked him because I don't consider him as an honorable person. As to his,
Block mo siya, binlock
yes
mo
sir,
kaya
that's
hindi
why
ka
I was not able to receive anything from him, from that number. As to his statement that Pauline was arrested after the bounty, yes, it's true. Pauline Canada was arrested after the bounty was raised because it was also a Dabawenyo who gave that information that led to the arrest of Pauline Canada. And as to the validity of the warrant, I do believe that the arrest of Pauline Canada is Exhibit A on the validity of that warrant because we served it on July 11, less than a month ago, almost a month ago now. And until now, Attorney Torion, with all his words and battery of lawyers and all his books and citations, he was not able to free Pauline Canada from detention because still, Pasig Regional Trial Court says that this warrant is valid. Thank you, Your Honor.
Hindi naman yun ang punto niya. Ang punto lang niya is
Right to counsel.
to be afforded a counsel while in the custody of the police. Yun lang rin yung gusto niya na nagkakaroon ng counsel while being investigated.
Yes, Your Honor. Ang punto ko naman hindi makipag-away kay General Torre. Ang punto ko lang ay yung akusado o detenadong tao.
Pero alam mo ba na binlock ka niya?
Hindi ko alam po.
Na-block ka na sa cellphone niya. Hindi ka na makakontak sa kanya.
Sabi kasi niya, dishonorable daw ako. Ang nangyari
Block
po
ka na.
kasi niyan, meron kasing balita noon na may Oplan Parokya 2 daw. Ako naman, ako abogado po ni Pastor Apollo si Quiboloy, matagal na po at saka ng Kingdom. As a lawyer, I am concerned of the safety of my client. So I reached out to him through a friend, indeed. And instead of meeting him in his office, kala ko, wag na lang siguro insan doon sa opisina niya. Baka hindi na ako palabasin. Doon na lang sa hotel, ng isang hotel ng Davao po. Kasi nandun din yung pamilya ko. Doon kami nakita. I know he cannot deny it. Doon kasi, tinakot niya ako. Ang sabi niya, kailangan ipasurrender mo si Pastor Quiboloy. Kasi kung hindi mo siya ipasurrender, there will be an Oplan Parokya 2 which is more bloody. More bloody daw. Pare-pareho daw doon sa yung nangyari daw sa Texas, Waco, Texas. Sabi ko naman, boss, sir, General, hindi naman ako power. That's not within my power to require my clients to make them surrender to the fold of law. Kasi nga, may remedy din naman sila. Pwede pa naman nila i-question yung finding of probable cause na masyado ngang questionable. Yun po ang nangyari noon sa amin. Kaya meron kaming text messages po. Oo. So, yung pagka-dishonorable ko, first time po ako naka-receive ng ganyang accusation po. But if it is dishonorability in the defense of my client, that's a badge of honor, Your Honor.